Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of season 2 of Heartland, and it is called Gift Horse. When Tim gives Amy a fine Grand Prix jumper for her birthday, she's forced to make a difficult choice between Heartland and a career in show jumping, which, as we saw on the last episode, was pretty much what happened. She had received Storm for her birthday, and so she had to kind of decide if she was going to go ahead and professionally show jump or not. So it looks like this is going to kind of be more of that. It's her making a decision. Also in the last episode, they let the Mustang go, and they ended up kind of chasing it out of the area to a place where it will be safe, where ranchers won't be able to harm it, which is good. And Ty and Amy, of course, as of right now, are still kind of on the outs, but as we know, that will change as time goes on. Lou, of course, wants to do her equine project, and Jack is making some compromises, but it is his ranch, so there are some things he's not making a compromise on, which you can understand because it is his property. So let's get going.
So what's your first stop? Grand Prairie Rodeo. We got a show tonight. How's it, Jack?
I'm gonna go
We'll make her feel at home.
Jeez, look at all that.
You're practically live here anyway, right, kiddo?
Oh my god, I thought they never leave.
Geez, you got a kitchen sink in here?
And she has all this luggage. Oh god. Hey, Storm. Great. So since Caleb decided he was going to go ahead and mess around, he went ahead and hurt Storm, which is wonderful. So now either Amy won't be able to compete, or probably what will happen is she'll have to use Spartan. And, they were talking about the uneven ground there, which, Ty, once again, has been proven right. It's one thing that I kind of like, but also kind of don't like with this show is how they're showing, the attitudes. Because they definitely have attitudes there. Amy doesn't want to listen to Ty because of the way Ty hurt her, but when Ty makes valid points, he makes valid points. She did credit him and say you were right about the mayor in the last episode. So she did give him credit where it was due. But, a lot of them just seem to kind of want to blow Ty off, blow Mallory off. Again, Mallory said she could help with the trail rides, and Lou just kind of steamrolled right over it and ignored it. And I'm thinking, she is volunteering to help. She can do something. There's nothing wrong with having Mallory help with trail rides when you guys do that. So, as I've said multiple times, Mallory's going to end up proving invaluable to them at some point, and they will regret treating her poorly, I think. And, of course, Ty is slowly working his way back into Amy's good graces. I think he'll be there by the end of the season. Anyways, let's keep going.
Come on, don't stress. Want to go for coffee or maybe something stronger?
Wait, can't. I have way too much to do.
What else is new?
Hey,
Poor Scott.
I'm sorry, okay?
I gotta go. I'll catch you when you have a break in your busy schedule.
Go for a coffee. Jesus, that'd be what, an hour?
Yeah, she's here. I'll get her for you.
Mallory.
Mallory, your dad's on the phone.
Never goes easy, does it? It always seems like it's something, because she couldn't afford those horses, so she's saying, oh yeah, we can get horses, trail ride horses, for less, and then of course gets an argument from her dad. It's like, yeah, it never goes easy. There's always a problem, always an issue, it seems. But then of course if things went easy, you really wouldn't have a show, because the point is to create problems and then solutions and everything. I like that Amy smiled at Ty when he wished her luck on her test. And baby steps towards him getting back into her good graces. Now the horse that got injured, I'm a little confused. Isn't that Storm? But they're calling him Shorty, so unless that's his nickname. But I'm like, isn't that Storm? But then maybe that's Caleb's horse. They look a lot alike if they are, so I'm a little confused on that, but I'll get it figured out. But because Amy didn't seem that upset that he injured the horse. So that's making me think that it wasn't Storm, because obviously Storm is her horse. And hopefully, I would hope Caleb would know better than to use her horse for stuff like that. And you saw Amy having trouble there on her test, so she's either going to fail the test and there's going to be problems, or she's going to ace it. My guess is she's going to ace it, but maybe not. You know, because sometimes that's what happens, where they feel horrible and then they take a test and then they do really well on it. I was thinking, though, I could see something where Amy gets in trouble if she does end up ever cheating on a test. They may end up going that route at some point, too, in the story. Let's keep going. Ty just likes Amy. He's jealous. Alright, so obviously it wasn't Storm. It was a different horse.
Oh, come on. You could have made that easy. Now you're sending him a signal that you're scared, right there.
What'd you run up to?
4-3.
I've never jumped that high.
What height do you think you have to do if you want to move up a little?
Hey, Dad is always busy with you.
Thanks.
Oops. Nothing can be easy. Oh, he's upset because Mother's there. We had that issue.
Who's boss?
Don't you? I think Amy kind of saw herself turning into Ashley a little bit there, because she said, you know, I love Apollo and I love jumping. And, you know, the mother, of course, we learned in season 1 that Apollo did not like her mother. And so obviously it was continued with this, because you saw he was kind of reacting. And then, of course, when she hit him with the crop, it caused him, of course, he still jumped. But, you know, the horse probably made the decision, like, I'm going to fuck this up on purpose. Because, as I said, horses are smart. So, you know, it's good to see that. And I think we'll see Amy riding again. But something's going to happen. You know, when your parent is your trainer, there, I think, is always issues, because they seem to want it more than you do. Like what we were saying here, you know, Tim's kind of pushing Amy, I think, a little too much, because he's living through her. Like, he wants it more than she does, you know, because he was a rodeo guy and everything. You know, and obviously she has that balance. Now, you know, the one thing with the show jumping is, yeah, it can work in the summer where she can still have her chores and practice jumping and stuff like that, again in the summer when school is out. But you can't manage to do all of that during the school year, because she's gone to school for what, like 7 hours, and then there's chores, and then there would be jumping, and looks like she gets up and does some stuff, chores and stuff with the horses before school and whatnot. And it's just, it would be a lot. And she's trying to prove to herself that she can do it all, and she doesn't have to. So even with summer coming, you know, I think it would give her a little more time, but obviously it's not going to happen. So I'm wondering if she's going to have to give Storm up, or if they'll figure out something else.
No, we can work together. No, listen.
You said you were going to be a silent
This is
partner.
my project and my idea, and I need to be able to make decisions as I see fit.
Maybe you're right.
And you said you were going to be a...
I'm not used to this. Me neither.
Horse loves to do, or is it what you love to do?
Phone your parents now. I'm gonna regret that.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, you're.
Hi. I'm fine. Yeah, I get to redecorate my room.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Thanks, Nick.
You can tell, obviously, that was really hard on Amy to have to do that. And, Caleb made that point, saying it's what he loves to do, and it's cruel to not have him do it. And I'm like, but is it really what the horse loves to do? Amy said back in season 1 that horses speak. We just have to listen. So did Storm speak and say, yes, this is what I want to do? Or are they just assuming? Has she taken the time to actually listen to what Storm wanted? And maybe she did. Maybe that's why she's going ahead and she's selling him to Nick. But it is sad since that's her horse. But yeah, she realized, she won first place there, and I think she's happy about it in a way. But, she saw what happened obviously with Ashley and her mom, and she realized that they're heading that way and she can't do it anymore. It's sad, of course, but it happens, And yeah, Mallory was homesick, and so now of course she will get to have a place there, and as Jack said, she's part of the family there too. And, her parents miss her, and Mallory must be an only child because when they left, they weren't taking like a little brother or sister, so she must be an only child, which of course then would be really hard on them because that is of course their only child that they have left there at the Heartland Ranch. Let's keep going.
No. Storm was a gift. That money's a gift.
Dad.
Yeah.
Put it towards the dude ranch.
Love you.
You too.
At least she kept Spartan.
Amy, I can't take this from you.
I
This
knew
was
she
a gift
could
from
give
Dad
it.
to you.
I'm not giving it to you, Lou. I'm investing it in your corporate equine retreat thing. It may not be my kind of thing, but you're gonna make it work.
I called that.
I'm expecting quarterly reports.
Yeah, you probably are.
Proper sweetie.
I'm fine. It's unbelievable how dysfunctional this family is. Yeah, it's starting to feel a lot more like home. Yeah, pretty much.
She did bring her home.
Exactly what I was talking about. Good, honest riding horse. Solid and dependable. Old.
Well, I want to come by and make sure you got the best of the worst.
I'm kidding.
Honey, I want to be your business partner. I made some mistakes, but I'm 100% behind you.
Deal. Provided you remember when it comes to running this business, I'm the trail boss.
Oh, you're the trail boss. So let's take a look at these champions.
They're trail horses. They don't have to be any great show jumpers or
We've
anything.
been partners too.
It's been a long time.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been so consumed by everything, and I don't know. Maybe once the dude range is up and running.
Yeah, you'll have all the time in the world.
You make the time.
Alone time. Say that.
Yeah, you make the time.
Just
Scott.
Waiting for my time.
Scott. Of course he would fall. I like that they are getting the Jude Ranch set up and open. I think it's going to be very successful. And of course, it's sad that Amy gave Storm up, but it was probably the right decision. She does need to focus on school and her chores. And yeah, like I said, even with summer coming, and she would have more time to go ahead and focus on jumping and stuff, it's easier this way. She still has way too much that she has to do. Mallory, of course, has totally made that room her own. You don't even really recognize it. Which I kind of am wondering if they're just going to leave that room for her when the summer is up. You know, if when she comes back, she'll have the room. You know, because you know that she's going to end up staying there more. Once she stayed there before, she'll probably stay there again. But yeah, she kind of has her own room there now. And I like how when they were taking that picture there, the Dude Ranch, they had Tim there, and they also had Caleb there as well. You know, Caleb seems to fit in pretty well, but he needs to be careful because he ain't gonna get Amy. So I hope you enjoyed this react. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to be notified of future content when it will be posted. Please follow me on Instagram at LazyCatReactions or on TikTok of the same name. Special shout out to my editor, Captain Factory. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. I truly appreciate it. I am definitely looking forward to continuing on this. When I start episode 4, it says there's a cattle drive and Lou hustles everyone out of the house while secretly planning an all-day date with Scott. So I am happy to see things progressing with her and Scott. I was kind of looking up the actors from Heartland a little bit on IMDb, and some of them I don't think stuck around. So I don't know. That doesn't seem like something good. So I don't know if Scott leaves or what happens. Obviously, I'm only in season 2 and I got a lot to go. And I know some people would say, well, you probably shouldn't be looking that stuff up. And I know I shouldn't. I just end up having this curiosity when I'm watching a show, and that I usually end up researching, finding stuff out that I shouldn't, and then it does kind of spoil. That happened with Downton Abbey. I found out that Matthew died. I didn't find out how he died. And spoilers, sorry if you're watching the show and haven't gotten there, I apologize. But yeah, I had been doing some research or some searching, and I found out that that Matthew had died, but I didn't know how he had died. But I had still found it out. So the good thing was it wasn't as much of a blow when I actually saw the episode and saw it happen as it was had it just been a complete shock. So hopefully it's nothing like that. Hopefully I'm wrong and that he's still around. But anyways, thank you for joining me for episode 3. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. You are welcome, of course, to support me on Patreon. In fact, if you can, I would greatly appreciate it so I can continue to make these videos and improve on my equipment and go even further with Lazy Cat Reactions than I've taken it so far, because I'd love to be able to do that. I'll see you next time. Bye.